Hi, I'm Chris Barnes. I'm here with my wife Linda and Columbia 300 brand manager Bugsy Kelly, and we're here to tell you about the new Columbia 300 Eruption. Bugsy, why don't you tell us about this ball?
Well, Chris, you know this is a ball that we've been missing in our lineup for a long time. The Barnes family's been asking for this ball for a while.
Yeah, we're real excited about this new ball. I got to throw it the other day, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. We've used a core that we've used for a while, so this ball was kind of a no-brainer. We've used a very successful core that we used in the Resurgence, and also most recently the Outburst.
And I drilled a lot of Outbursts. Actually, I had about 4, but you'd think it was more because they're so versatile I could throw them on almost all of the animal patterns on the tour.
Well, Chris, as you know, the Resurgence core is a low RG core with a medium differential. It's really driller-friendly because of those numbers.
Well, I know what the RG and differential numbers are. I heard you explaining it to somebody earlier today. Can you explain that again the way you did it earlier?
Yeah, and it's a little unorthodox the way that I like to describe it. It's like an ice skater. When you watch an ice skater and they have their arms way out wide, you know that they're a higher RG. They're spinning slower. It's harder for them to get into a roll or into a spin. So when they bring their arms in real tight, that's a lower RG, and the ball wants to get into a roll when it's in a lower RG. The weight's more towards the center, and it helps the ball get into a spin a little bit easier.
Well, and RG numbers are really important. They determine kind of how the mid lane will roll and how early it will see that mid lane and how consistent it is. Differential is the other part of the equation. This ball at 040 is medium differential. 060 is the highest, 040 is the middle. Differential is basically flare and how long that ball is going to take to get to its preferred spin axis or where it rolls out. So this ball at medium allows for several different types of flares to drill it. Weaker rev players can drill it stronger. Higher rev rate players can still drill it weaker and use it on a variety of conditions. And that leads us into the most important part of this ball, and that's the cover.
So, Bugsy, I know you've been working with R&D to come up with the perfect cover stock for the Eruption. You're calling this the new Era Skid Flip?
Yeah, Linda, we did work really hard to come up with this cover stock and to create this bowling ball. As you know, the core is a really important piece of a bowling ball's reaction, but the cover stock is what touches the lane, and it really dictates the majority of how a ball is going to react on the lane. So we started with the same base material that we started with on like the Burst and the Resurgence, but we added a pearl additive which stiffens the cover stock up a little bit and helps it ignore the front part of the lane, gets down the lane really well, and hooks a lot in the back end, and that's why we're calling it New Era Skid Flip.
Well, the first thing I noticed with this ball was, once again, we have a great mid-lane reaction with that low RG core, but it's much more angular off the break point. This gives me more entry angle, and now I still have the control of the lane like I like to have, but now you get the added entry angle, and that gives me more strikes.
Chris, it's that combination of a low RG core with a skid flip shell that really creates that different reaction for you down lane, something that you haven't seen from Columbia 300 in a long time. The skid flip shell on a predictable core really creates a reaction that most bowlers need down lane. Most bowlers think that they want the skid flip, but the predictability is really what's sacrificed sometimes with these balls.
Yeah, in addition to the Resurgence core and the new Era Skid Flip cover, you also finish this ball at 2,000, which gives it just enough teeth to, again, while getting the skid flip out of this cover, you get enough lines, and you got a low RG core, which gives you some control and some versatility with this ball. You can use it in a lot more conditions that way. This is the best of all worlds. We got an angular cover, we got a predictable core.
It's a winner, and the thing about it is we're doing 2,000 under some shine. So you've got some teeth under some shine, so the ball really does ignore the front part of the lane, and that 2,000 under the shine helps it in the mid lane, helps it really grab some teeth and some traction, and then head towards the pocket.
And one of the great things is the factory finished polish they put on at the factory is the same one that we use out on tour on all our balls. We're not using anything different, and you get the same finish right out of the factory.
All right, I'm done talking. Can we go bowl now?
We can.
Here's Linda with her 4-inch Eruption. Great length. Sharp move down lane. Great for the pins. And Bugsy with the low 5-inch pin. Lots of rev rate here. Watch this ball make a move down lane. Here's my shot with the low 5.5-inch pin. Fantastic length. This one's made for dry lane. Great move down lane. A proven low RG medium differential core and a brand new skid flip high response cover. This one's bound to be a winner. So, from the International Training and Research Center here in Arlington, Texas, my better half, Linda Barnes, Columbia 300 brand manager Bugsy Kelly, I'm Chris Barnes. All at the mid-price point, the Eruption.